welcome in, Alan. We're glad you're here. As you know, this is a super special year for us. We've hit our 20-year anniversary and wanted to be able to sit down with somebody like you who's been repeat and loyal to us. We could not do it with all of our customers, especially ones like you, and really owe a lot of gratitude to our team here at North Georgia Replacement Windows. Couldn't do it without them as well. So, but again, welcome and glad to have you.
Thanks. Great to be here, and congratulations on 20 years. It's quite the accomplishment.
Well, if we could start out and just if you could tell everybody what led you to North Georgia Replacement Windows.
Sure. Originally started with a front door and went to I'll just say a big box retailer. My wife and I went very specifically. We knew exactly what we wanted, and all we wanted to do was order the door before dinner. 2.5 hours later, we missed our dinner and we didn't order the door, and it was a very frustrating experience. So I went online and I was looking for a company that sold the door and had great customer service. And when looking at the reviews of North Georgia, it was incredible, and reached out, and that's how things got started.
Awesome. Well, can you tell us a little bit more about the vibe and the company, also the people here, even our relationship?
Yeah, the people are just fantastic. They are genuinely happy. They like what they do. They show up on time. The service is fabulous in terms of scheduling. And when they come in, they tell you what's going to happen. They take great pride in their work. They clean up after. They follow up. So it's just overall from hello, how are you, through installation and ongoing service, plus the great warranties. There's a lot to like.
Good. Tell us a little bit more about the fiberglass and how it fits the architecture of your home.
Yeah, we are modern people, my wife and I, and because of that, we wanted a more modern look, both for the windows. We had, these white windows that didn't look great. They were 20-ish years old, and it was just time. And just for context, we've done roughly 30 of 40 windows in our home. And the idea was to match our more modern home and provide a more modern look. And the ebony or black fiberglass window makes it pop, both externally and internally.
A lot of people don't know this, but the Infinity window was designed by Marvin to look like a real wood window, even though it is a replacement window. So it matches the architecture of the home. It gives you basically the same daylight opening. It looks perfect once it's installed. So great choice.
I had some help, but we think it's a great choice. It looks great. It works great. So there's no maintenance. I mean, obviously you got to clean them, but it's fantastic.
So Alan, if you had to describe North Georgia Replacement Windows in one word, what would that be?
One word to describe the company, I would say great. I mean, like everything about it, I'll go back to what I said earlier. The people, the product, and the service, it's all great. The people are great. You can tell the disposition. Of course, we all go to work, and it's called work, generally not as much fun, but the people here, they have a lot of fun. They have smiles on their face. I think that says a lot. The service is great, and it's reliable. People do a good job, and if there's any follow-ups that need, it's no problem. And the product is great. It works great. It's functional. It makes a difference in how the home feels and looks. So great would be my word.
Awesome, great. Aside from the obvious benefits, were there any perks or advantages that you felt like you gained from doing this window and door project with us?
I think it makes us just like our house more. When our friends and family come over, they compliment it. So the front door, like I said earlier, is very modern. So it gets a lot of feedback and compliments. So we just like aesthetically of the impact that the windows and door have had on our home.
Excellent. So having worked with us for many years, what has remained the same through all your phases of your projects?
You.
Good answer.
That's certainly one part. Though ultimately, the company culture, it's carried through. I know you all have grown, though as you've grown, the people are still great. The service is still great. The attention to detail is still great. How things work. I know things, that spirit carries on, and I think as you've continued to grow, you've kept that culture, which is hard to do. But overall, I think the core principles of the company and the culture and the product are still there.
So the ultimate testament for us is repeat and loyal business. You've done multiple phases with us. What brings you back to do more business with us in different phases?
Trust and ease. I trust that when I call and say, hey, we're ready for this next phase, you're going to do it right and do it well. And y'all are super easy to work with. And that makes, as a customer, what more could you possibly want?
So knowing we've done different phases for you, is there a particular phase that stands out or is your favorite?
It's a really interesting and good question. So right after we did the front door, which again stood out with these really old windows, I realized, wow, it's time for a change. We then did the front of the house. There's, call it 10-ish windows on the front of the house. Some of them are quite large. And when we did that, and after you all drove away, I walked across the street and just looked at it and had a nice smile. I'm like, wow, that looks good. Like the sides and the back of the house, don't get me wrong, those are good and important, but the front of the house, that curb appeal with the front door, I think really stood out. So when people ask the question, wow, what do you do for your windows and doors? I tell them about our experience and the company that we work with and the product we use, and they're blown away about how I could be so passionate about a window and door company. And I know this is your business and this is what you all do, but not a lot of people get super excited about a window and door company. And here I am with a glowing review and recommendation and telling about the experience, to figure everything out and how great the people are. So, some of my friends make fun of me, but that's okay. But people know about my excitement for the company and the experiences that we've had working together and how it makes the house look and it makes our family happy.
Well, we appreciate you being an ambassador for our company and Infinity. And it sounds like you're a window and door geek like us now.
Something like that.
Well, welcome to the club.
I appreciate that. The card-carrying member.